Welcome to a tale from French folklore, where secrets bloom like roses in the gardens of Versailles. This is The Rose of Versailles Secret, a story of courage, truth, and justice hidden within the petals of an extraordinary flower. Join me as we uncover the mystery behind a shimmering rose and the soul it protects. Let's begin.
Watch your step, girl. Those roses cost more than you'll earn in a lifetime.
Yes, Master Laurent.
Sophie, are you listening? The Queen's garden party is tomorrow, and everything must be perfect.
Of course, Master Laurent. I'll tend to the arrangements right away.
Master Laurent walking away, leaving Sophie alone with the rose.
There you are, my beauty. Still looking rather pale today.
As pale as I felt the day they poisoned me.
Lady Adrienne, I wish you'd tell me who did this to you.
My dear, some secrets are better left buried in these gardens. Though I suppose nothing stays buried at Versailles for long.
Girl, what are you doing back there?
Your Majesty.
What is this? I've never seen such a bloom.
It's a rare variety, Your Majesty. Very delicate.
Delicate? It's extraordinary. I must have it for tomorrow's party. Cut it immediately.
Sophie, don't!
Your Majesty, I'm afraid that's not possible. The rose isn't ready for cutting.
Everything in these gardens belongs to me. You'd do well to remember that.
Please give it 3 more days. It will be even more beautiful then.
3 days? You are either very brave or very foolish, little gardener. Very well, 3 days. But if that rose isn't perfect for my collection by then, you'll find yourself tending gardens in the provinces instead of Versailles.
You shouldn't have done that, Sophie. The Queen's spite can be deadly. I should know.
Sophie standing and reflecting alone beside the silver-white rose, her expression a mix of resolve and fear.
Tell me what happened to you. Please, I can't help if I don't know the truth.
It was my sister, Marie-Claude. She wanted my position at court, my influence with the king. The poison was slow, untraceable. By the time I realized, it was too late. My soul found refuge in this rose, but my family's name was ruined by her lies.
Marie-Claude? But she's one of the Queen's closest confidants now.
Yes, and she wears my mother's jewels while my daughter lives in poverty, stripped of her inheritance.
Then we have 3 days to expose the truth.
The next 2 days passed in a blur of careful planning and whispered conversations. Sophie gathered evidence from old servants, discovered hidden letters, and pieced together the truth of Lady Adrienne's murder. On the 3rd day, as the Queen approached with her scissors, Sophie stood firmly before the rose.
Your Majesty, before you cut this flower, there's something you must know about Lady Marie-Claude.
Go on.
It wasn't an illness that took Lady Adrienne. It was murder. Marie-Claude poisoned her, seeking her position at court. These letters detail Marie-Claude's plot. These servants witnessed her actions. They were too afraid to speak out, until now. She craved Adrienne's influence, her standing with the king. She stole her jewels, leaving Adrienne's daughter in poverty.
It's true. I did it. I wanted everything she had.
Guards, take her away. You risked everything to expose this truth. Why?
Because some things are worth more than position or power, Your Majesty. Justice is one of them.
The rose. Cut it now.
Sophie's hands trembled as she reached for the silver-white bloom.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. You've given me peace at last.
Sophie's shears closed around the stem. A shower of silver light erupted from the petals. When it faded, the rose was gone, but in its place lay a sealed document, Lady Adrienne's true will, restoring her daughter's inheritance.
It seems I underestimated you, girl. Perhaps Versailles needs more gardeners who understand that beauty isn't just about appearances.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Don't thank me yet. These gardens are still missing their most exceptional rose. I expect you to cultivate something equally extraordinary to replace it.
I already have some ideas, Your Majesty. Lady Adrienne taught me that the most beautiful blooms often grow from the darkest soil.
As she walked away, Sophie could have sworn she heard Lady Adrienne's laughter on the breeze, as light and free as scattered rose petals in the morning sun.